I hate to begin by correcting Alec because he's almost always right. Wrong, but even the wisest man is wrong once in a while, and I actually contributed to his campaign. So nobody is telling you ought to get a $1,000 check back. What we're saying is this is the cost to you. For every man, woman, and child in the city of Denver, that's what this thing costs. And you got to get, I mean, big numbers can be really lost. And what this is really all about, honestly, is about corporate welfare. We're Democrats. We know about corporate welfare all over the place. I mean, you know, again, Alex said, this is about preserving the cultural heritage of Denver. Well, you got to realize these are the same people who told you when they wanted other development projects, including the convention center, we have to do it to become a world-class city and escape our cowtown image. Anybody remember being told that? Now when there's hundreds of millions of dollars for corporations, being a cowtown isn't such a bad idea. If you want to know, you know, we're Democrats. If you want to know who's going to benefit something, you look at the contributors. You look at the contributors. I've handed this out. On the back page are a number of reasons why you ought to vote against this. I hope you take the time to read it. Their document is a lot slicker than mine. I think mine has more substance. It was printed on my own computer. They got lots of money to read them both and see which one has most substance. But I'm going to ask you to look in the middle and look at the contributors, the people who rip off $100,000 checks for this. And it's all construction companies, and it's all the lodging industry, and it's the livestock. And believe me, these people don't see this as a contribution. They see it as an investment. And they expect a return on their investment. You want to know what kind of return? You're going to see a contribution in there from $15,000 from Keywood Construction. As Mary Beth can tell you, Keywood is currently getting a contract from the city of Denver for infrastructure down there for $140 million. Not a bad return on reinvestment. All of those people expect a return. Are there benefits for you? Of course there are some benefits for you. They always throw the table scraps to the people. That's how they tell you to do it. They're not going to give you nothing while they rip off the big profits off the top. You know, what's your name, ma'am?
My name?
Yeah.
Raina.
Raina, I loved your question on the scholarship. You know, should the corporations that benefit from education pay for it? Yes. What you're standing for is the radical proposition that the people who benefit from something ought to pay for it. How come those corporations aren't paying the buck? They're going to be getting, you know, some people say we ought to put a seat tax on it so the people who use it pay for it. How about the people who are making the profits pay for it? If it's really a good investment, they'll build it. They say, oh, we're going to do good things for the people in Globeville. Boy, they want more cattle and they want live music shows that we can't do anyplace else. You know, if you can't do anything else, do it to Globeville. If you really wanted to benefit the people of Globeville, you know what you'd do down there? You'd do a Lowry-type redevelopment. You'd maintain the cultural heritage. You'd bring more people down there, which would mean grocery stores and retail shops. This isn't being built for the people of Globeville. This is being built for the J.D. Dunn Construction Company of Kansas City, Missouri, and all of the other out-of-state contributors for this, and they want you to pay for it. It's a regressive tax also. You know, all I'm saying is, if you're going to spend $1 billion, if somebody gave me $1 billion, I might look at more than one alternative to pay for it. They give you one alternative. There are lots of other things you can do with this money that would benefit you a lot more. You know, at the last debate, I said that. You know, we might look at other uses for that money. Do you know what the representative from Visit Denver, by the way, our tax dollars, $200,000 of it, that are being spent to promote this for the corporations? You know what the representative of Visit, he said, oh, the hospitality industry would never go for that. You know what their theory of government is? Before you tax an industry, you gotta ask their permission, and then you can only use it for tourists for what they tell you you can use it for. I'm saying before I'm voting for this, I want them to look at 4 or 5 different uses for $700 million and see which is most beneficial, not for Kiwi construction, but for the citizens of Denver. And I would hope you would consider that and the other reasons before you vote on this.
What did this tax fund before we are extending it? Was it funding the convention center all along? Is that what we?
I honestly, what was it, towards?
It was funding the convention center, and it was in the general fund too.
What they use taxes for is to promote their industries. Absolutely. Go look at your tax structure. You're Democrats. You know what it's all. Listen to Bernie. You know, you always think of corporate welfare somewhere else. This is homegrown, folks. This is what it looks like. This is the way it walks, it talks. This is the way it sells itself. You know, on the way down here, I also saw all these 2C signs illegally planted along Spear Boulevard. Did you see those, Robert?
Hundreds.
I love it. I love it because you know why? Every one of those signs that's illegally planted isn't in some actual voter's yard. They can't find homes for their signs. This is in trouble, folks, and you can make, I'm asking you not only vote against it, but call every good Democrat and say, we don't tolerate homegrown corporate welfare. We want people to look for taxes that do good for the people of the city, not for the corporations. Go look at the expenditure. K Street, they got a K Street lobbying firm that they've given something like $12,000 for. You guys know K Street, don't you? The Wall Street, the Hill lobbying firm. What the hell do they need a K Street lobbying firm to mess up your minds and convince you to vote for this? That's not.
We are, thank you very much.